Okay, so we're in chapter 7. Chapter 7. This is in your book as well. I put the chapter in your, uploaded it. We have the textbooks that are over there, but I uploaded the chapter in your Google Classroom. So a lot of the things we're going to be talking about are in your book, but this is just kind of an outline of chapter 7, and I'm going to kind of peruse through it and go over it. It'll be your responsibility to actually look at the chapter. Who's that, Jackson? I'm going to ask you to open up your eyes and sit your head up, please. Okay? That's an expectation. Unless you're sick, you're not feeling well. You know, when I start to teach, it's an expectation that I have your attention, okay? If you're not feeling well, you got something going on, talk to me, but I don't want you sleeping during the class period. Let's see if I can make these. So achieving good mental health. We have 7.1, your mental health and your emotional health, developing a positive identity, understanding emotions, and managing emotions. So we've got to go through all these things. And again, it's not the most exciting portion of health class, but they are things that we need to cover, okay? So let's move right along. We're gonna get into our vocabulary. All the words that are highlighted in yellow, I've indicated that in the Google Classroom as well. That's what you will have your vocabulary quiz on. You'll see them as we go through them. Again, this is condensed. This is the condensed portion of it. You'll go and look at it in the book as well. So, the characteristics of good mental emotional health. Okay, what is mental emotional health? Can somebody read that for me? Anybody? Anybody read? Go ahead.
The ability to accept yourself and others, adapt to and manage emotions, and deal with the demands and challenges you meet in life. Absolutely, good. And this is, guys, you have the exact same thing. You can follow along on the screen, or you can follow along on your screen, because I've uploaded it for you, okay? So, what Jackson read, the first thing is the ability to accept yourself and others, okay? You gotta be able to embrace who you are, okay? Good mental health, when you're thinking about being mentally stable, you gotta be able to look at yourself in the mirror every day and like who you are, okay? I love me, you know? Be able to get up every day and face yourself and face the person that's in the mirror, okay? Because who is that? Yourself. It's yourself. It's the person you're gonna have to live with for the rest of your life, okay? For as long as you're alive, that is you. And so we've got to develop you, okay? And then you also have to accept other people. You gotta accept the fact that we are all human, but we're all different. I always say it'd be a boring world if we were all the what? We were all the same. It would be a very boring world if we were all the same, okay? It says adapt to and manage emotions. How do you manage emotions? How do you manage when you're angry and you're upset, okay? How do you manage when your heart is broken? How do you manage all these different emotions that we have going on in life, okay? We're gonna talk about that because you have to be able to self-regulate, all right? But how do we do that? Sometimes you don't know how. You don't know what to do with the frustration or the fear or the anger, the things you've got going on. Okay, so we're here to teach you about those things, okay? Adapt to and manage emotions. Keep them under control. Don't let them control you, okay? And deal with the demands and challenges that you meet in life. You're always gonna have some kind of demand or challenge in life, okay? Whether it's just coming to school, maybe there's things going on that you have to deal with. Just the pressure right now of being a remote learner or coming to school and having to do stuff constantly on the computer, all the different lessons and assignments coming at you and all the expectations, that can be pressure. And then maybe going home and all the things you have to do at home as well. Every kid has different responsibilities at home. Sometimes kids are the second parents when they get home. You gotta babysit your little brother or sister, you know, things like that. Right now, my oldest daughter, she has to go to work, but I tell her, hey, take your brother to school. You know, make sure your brother gets up, take him to school. Hey, pick your brother up from school today. Those kind of things that she's doing for me while I'm at work, okay? So different challenges that you may have to face, and could be all kinds of things going on at home. We talked about these things before, so I won't reiterate on it, but there's all different challenges that kids are experiencing, okay? They call it the pressures and the challenges in life, and we'll be talking about those as we go along. So, I think I was supposed to go back. I just added a slide, didn't I? All right, let's see. Okay, people with good mental emotional health demonstrate, okay, positive self-esteem. Positive self-esteem, we're going to talk about that. What does positive self-esteem look like? What is self-esteem? Does anybody know?
Anybody know?
Self-esteem, like, I don't know.
Maybe the way you see yourself, how
Yeah.
you feel about yourself, your confidence, okay?
Yeah.
Self-esteem, how you esteem yourself. Do you look upon yourself as a positive person? You like who you are, you're confident, you're bold, you're courageous? Or do you tear yourself down? Okay, you gotta think about those things. We're gonna talk about that in more detail as we go along, okay? Positive self-esteem, I've got a whole book just on self-esteem. Self is who?
You.
It's you. Yes, self-esteem it's all about you, how you feel, how you handle things, how you view the world, and how you view yourself, okay? A sense of belonging, okay? When you feel like you're a part of something, when you feel like you belong here. Sometimes you have the question, why am I here? Why do I exist? You know, what is my purpose in life? That's the next one, a sense of purpose. You have to feel valued, okay? We're all valuable. Every person that's been put on this earth, everybody's valuable. But sometimes you don't know how valuable you really are, okay? And so we'll look more into that as we go along. And then having a positive outlook on life, okay? Sometimes we don't have that, okay? Sometimes you do, okay? Everybody's background is different. But having that positive outlook, you know, looking forward to your future, even if the tunnel is dark on one end, okay? They always say there's light at the end of the what? At the end of the tunnel. Yes, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but you gotta be able to see that light, even when it's really, really small. As you move forward, that light eventually gets bigger, but you gotta keep striving, you gotta keep moving forward, okay? Continuing on. All right, signs of good mental health, okay, and good emotional health. Being realistic about your strengths and your weaknesses, okay? You gotta know yourself. You gotta know what you're strong at. You gotta know what you're weak at. You gotta know the things that bother you and don't bother you. And again, we're gonna talk about these in more detail as we go along. Responsible for your personal behavior. You have to take responsibility for your actions, okay? Don't always point the finger or put the blame on someone else when things happen, okay? Responsible for your personal behavior, your personal actions, okay? Avoid high-risk behaviors. We talked a little bit about risk behaviors already. We'll talk some more about that as we move along. We didn't pay a lot of attention like I normally do to risk and cumulative risk and what can happen when you do things that are very quote-unquote risky, okay? We didn't get a lot into that lesson like I normally do. Hopefully I'll be able to cover it more. Being open-minded and flexible, okay? Things are not always gonna go what? Things are not always gonna go your way, okay? You gotta be open-minded, you gotta be flexible. As a teacher, we're very flexible because things are always what? Things are always changing. As students right now, you guys are doing really good at being flexible, going, you know, being a remote student and having to come to class, and then something happens, you gotta quarantine, you gotta stay home for 10 days, and all the different things that are happening right now. You guys are doing well at being flexible, okay? Respect own needs and the needs of others, okay? Again, everybody's different, and you have to respect that, okay? Put talents and abilities to good use, okay? What are you good at? What are your talents? What are your skills? Okay, are you just sitting on a talent that you have? What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What skills do you have, okay? Don't waste your talent and your skills. You've been given those gifts and talents for a reason, to use them, okay? And then it says express emotions in a non-harmful way. That's a big thing we're gonna talk about, especially when you're angry or you're upset or you're hurting or you feel pain, okay? How do you express those emotions without hurting who?
Yourself.
Without hurting yourself, okay? A lot of times when you feel pain, sometimes you inflict more pain on yourself. And we'll talk about those things as we're going along. You know, sometimes you want to beat up somebody, you want to hit something, you want to tear something down when you're angry, okay? And all those emotions are raging and those hormones are going crazy. And you don't know how to handle it. So you do things that are harmful to other people. Sometimes you tear stuff up, okay? Especially when we're getting into those areas of enraged anger. We're going to talk about that, and hostility kicks in, all right? So we want to learn how to express our emotions in a non-harmful way. And again, this is just the outline, okay? So then we get into what's called a pyramid of needs. How many of you have heard of Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs? Anybody? Maslow, okay, all right. Well, I'm going to teach you a little bit about it. We're going to watch a little video on it.
And it's a pretty fun video. But anyway, so Maslow's hierarchy of needs. What is the hierarchy of needs, okay? Now, this is just the definition, okay? It's kind of wordy, but it's ranked, means it's put in order, a ranked list of those needs, okay? Keyword is needs, that are essential. What does essential mean? You what? You need them, okay? They're needs that are essential to human growth, okay? That's us, that's you, and development, to human growth and development, okay? Now, it says it's presented in an ascending order, okay? Ascending order. What does it mean to ascend?
Decrease,
Does
go
it-
down.
Does it go down or does it go up? Okay, ascending, descending.
Up.
There you go, up. Ascending order. When something is ascending, it's going
ascending?
up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Up.
Yes, there you go. So presenting an ascending order, so it means it starts at the bottom, okay, with the basic needs, and it builds toward the needs of reaching your highest what? Your highest potential, yes. Okay, so again, I'll read it, putting it all together. A ranked list of those needs essential to human growth and development, presented in ascending order, starting with the basic needs and building toward the reaching of your highest potential. That is supposed to be what your goal is in life, to function in your highest potential, okay? So let's continue. So hierarchy of needs, that's a vocabulary word. Now, this is what it looks like here. And again, this is the kind of like the college, or should I say high school portion of it. Some things don't apply to us because we're still in middle school, okay? So at the very bottom, first level, you learned this when you were in kindergarten, okay? When you talk about your basic needs, okay? Level 1, your physical needs. Everybody has to do what? What are we doing right now? We're breathing, just getting in fresh air, breathing. Everybody needs to do what? You just had lunch. You need what?
Eat.
You need to eat, so you need food, right? Basic need. You need fresh air. You need to be able to breathe. You need food. We always tell you to hydrate, so you need what?
Water.
You gotta have water. Food, water. At nighttime, you gotta go to what?
Sleep.
You've got to sleep, okay? And the other one we're gonna look at is just excretion. Everybody's body puts out waste, okay? Everybody's body puts out waste, okay? So when you were in elementary school, you learned about your basic needs. You had to have a shelter, you had to have something to eat, you had to have water. Okay, talking about those basic needs. You also have a place for excretion because your body has to eliminate the waste that you put in. You eat good stuff and monkey stuff comes out, okay? That's called excretion, in one way to put it. So level 1 is your physical, okay? Your physical, okay? Level 2 is what? What does it say? Come on, wake up, people. Safety. Yeah, one word. Okay, everybody wants to feel safe. I don't care where you are. Even when you come to school, you want to feel safe, okay? Security, okay? You're, as an adult, as you're getting older, as parents, we want to have that security. We want to feel safe and having a job, okay? Job safety, job employment, okay? You want to feel safe with what? Your, where you live at, in your home, okay? You want to have that sense of security, of safety, okay? With your family, with your health, okay, with the property that you live on. The bottom line is you want to have that safe environment, security. Does that make sense? Make sense? Okay, good. All right, level 3, belonging. Everybody needs to feel a sense of belonging, okay? Love. You know, it says, there's a song that says, what the world needs now, I don't sing very well, is what? Love, sweet love, okay? What the world needs now is love, sweet love. And no, I'm not a singer, but that's an old song by Dionne Warwick, okay? But everybody needs to feel loved, okay? To have a sense of belonging. When you go home, you want to feel loved by your family members or whoever's taking care of you, your guardians, you know? When you come to school, you've got your people that you hang out with, your friends, your associates, the people that you're around. You want to feel like you belong. That's why teams are so good. Basketball and football and chess and club and all the different things that you can get involved in. When you have that sense of belonging,
okay? It makes you feel more valued, more important, okay? So, love and belonging, friendships, family, and sexual intimacy. And that is when, of course, when you're an adult, okay? But it's a part of Maslow, so that doesn't apply to you. But that intimate relationship, when you have close relationships with your friends, okay? Then esteem, feeling what? What does it say? Anybody? Feeling recognized, okay? It feels good to be recognized. When someone says, hey, you're doing such a good job today, I appreciate you helping me. Oh, I'm really proud of you. Oh, thank you so much for opening the door for me. You know, I appreciate you helping Stephanie today. She really needed your help. Okay, recognizing you, or when you get an award for something, or we say, hey, you're the student of the week, or when you go home and you've taken care of the house, you did something for your parents, you washed the car for them, they come home and they say, hey, I appreciate you doing that, or I thank you for that. Okay, when you get your diploma, when you graduate from high school, you're being recognized, okay? When you run the track meet and you get an award, they call your name out on the loudspeaker because you played your instrument really well. Just being recognized in general. Everybody wants to have that recognition for something, okay? Feeling recognized. Level 4, esteem. Your self-esteem, your confidence, your achievement, respect of others, and respected by others. How many of you want to be respected? Everybody should want to be respected. Everybody should want to be respected, okay? Yeah, that's just a natural part of humanity, okay? Wanting to be respected. So that's level 4, feeling recognized, okay? Esteem. And then the last one is we're moving our way to the top. It's called reaching your highest what?
Potential.
Reaching your highest potential. Yes, your goals are in there. Your goals work you to your highest potential, okay? It's called self-actualization. Say it. Self-actualization. Okay, good. Okay? So, starting at the top, morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. Okay, how do you get there? How do you reach your highest potential? Okay, we're going to look at a quick video clip that goes along with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. There's a lot of information in that, but I'm going over it because you will have to label it. Normally you do this on a test and you label all the parts and explain each one. But like again, when you have remote learners, so life's going to be a little bit different right now, okay? 2020. Okay, so going over each one really quick. Again, level 1, your physical needs, food, water, sleep, shelter from the elements. Level 2, just went over that, safety, feeling secure. Level 3, it says babies denied of emotional attention may be stunted mentally. Okay, and when you get into team leadership, we go over something about this. I actually show you a study that happens. Everybody needs that attention, okay, to be loved, okay, and to belong. It also increases your confidence and it strengthens your mental emotional health. It's just another room over there. Level 4, again, feeling appreciated, personal value, okay, with family, friends, and peers, and gaining respect and self-worth, okay? Let's just say you were the person that went home and you cleaned the house every day. You vacuumed and you dusted and you put everything away. You washed all the dishes. You made all the beds. You did all the work in the house, okay? Every day you did it. And then nobody said thank you. They came back home, they dirty up all the dishes, they throw them back in the sink, they jump on the bed, tear the bed up. How would you feel? Would you feel appreciated? Not at all, okay? You'd feel like you'd feel more what?
Disowned?
Well, yeah. Yeah, disowned, disrespected, yes. Like what you were doing is not valuable, okay? You always want to be recognized for things that you've done. Okay, let's continue. Self-actualization, again, that's the top, that level 5. Striving to become the best that you can be, okay? Goals that motivate you and inspire you. I know you said goals a moment ago. Your talents, your dreams, what you want to become, okay? It's a lifelong process, okay? Lifelong process. You should always be striving to get what?
Better.
Yes, sir, okay?
And there's a last one right there. It says it requires self-discipline. If you want something, you gotta be willing to put in the work, and then it'll be worth it. If not, it'll just be a waste, okay? And you'll always be a wish. You'll always be somebody who said, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. When you get my age, you think that, oh, it's such a long time ago, but I can remember sitting where you guys are sitting, okay? And now, I've multiplied your age. I'm almost 50. And there's some things that I can say right now that I wish that I did, that I didn't do, okay? A lot of things that I wish I would have done different. A lot of things I wish I would have learned, okay? But now I'm at an age where some of those things that I wish I would have done, it's I'm kind of old for it now. So you got to change the desires that I have, or the things that I wanted to do, I just never did. So don't waste time. It seems like, oh, I'm young, I'm only in my teens, I'm gonna be in my 20s. Time goes by fast, and before you know it, you're sitting in my shoes, okay? So don't waste time. Let's continue. All right. So meeting your needs. You have to abstain from risky behavior. We're gonna talk about those risk behaviors. What are they? There's a lot of them. Okay, focus on building and maintaining respectful, loving relationships with the people that you care about. Okay, relationship is so important, okay, and positive relationships, okay. Now, we get into another vocabulary word, which is personality, okay. Well, really, personality is who you are. It's a complex set of characteristics that makes you the unique person that you are, your personality. And we're all different, okay? That other word is modeling, okay? As a teacher, I should be setting an example for you, modeling a certain behavior before you. Observing and learning from the behavior of those around you, okay? Another word is heredity, okay? What you've inherited from your biological parents, from your birth parents, okay? Hereditary. There's a lot of things that you get from the mother and the father, or the seed and the egg that brought you into this world. Whether you know them or you don't know them, you still pick up those traits from them, okay? And environment is the environment that's around you, okay? And of course, the behavior is how you conduct yourself. These are all vocabulary words, okay? So let's stop right there. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you a quick video clip. Let me push pause over here. We're gonna look at a video that's related to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Let me make sure I have enough time first. Let me push pause. Your screen bigger. Okay, so this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. These are the different levels, and this is played out in, they're gonna use the movie Ratatouille, okay, starting from the bottom in an ascending order from level 1 all the way to level 5, okay? So I'm going to push play, and we are going to look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs in cartoon form.
What? How dare you hire someone without my permission? This is a garbage boy. Oh, garbage. Well, That is welcome. Sammy! The meal? Oh, I can't believe it! You're alive! You did it! Guys again! You didn't survive the rapids! What are you eating? I don't really know. I think it was some sort of wrapper once. What? No. You're in Paris now, baby. My town. No brother of mine eats rejectamenta in my town. I brought you something to... Ah! No! Spit that out right now! I have got to teach you about food. Close your eyes. Now, take a bite of this. No! Don't just hork it down!
Les rêves des amoureux sont comme le bon
Level 3. Sense
I
of belonging,
just want
love.
you to know how honored I am to be studying under such
No, Eunice, I just want you to know exactly who you are dealing with. So you see, we are artists, pirates. What a cool sound, we. You are one of us now, we.
Wait. Thank you, by the way, for all the advice about cooking.
Thank you too.
For what?
Well,
Oh,
thank
we
you.
have time to go already.
Isn't that
Okay, here we go.
I thought it was 20.
Inspire me.
Oh,
I'm going to risk it all.
boo. Okay.
I'm going to risk
Oh,
my
the push
life.
pause right there. Okay, we'll pause. We'll pick up tomorrow. Sorry, I thought I had more time. So we'll pick up with Ratatouille tomorrow. Let's see. I'm gonna pause this. I will just upload the video into Google Classroom.